Alrighty, today's the big day. I'm gonna start getting the go-kart prepped for paint. Okay, so basically what my plan is for right now is I'm just gonna take a couple pictures of everything just to make sure I don't forget any bolts and where they go and stuff like that. And I'm gonna do, once it's all stripped down, I'm gonna do a little bit of extra frame strengthening in the back where the where that red plate meets the frame rails, just for some added support. It is starting to bend a little bit there, so I'll do that once this is all apart. But other than that, I'm just going to take everything off and start sanding it and get it ready for paint. Okay, quick update. I'm almost done stripping everything off. Here's all of my parts. I tried to keep everything organized. I mean, anybody who tries to paint something like any vehicle needs to make sure they keep track of what they have. This is my milk crate full of all my small parts, and wherever I could do it, like as you can see on the transmission, I put the transmission bolts back in after I took off the transmission. I didn't just leave a pile of nuts and bolts laying somewhere. I wanted to make sure I kept the right hardware for whatever it was previously attached to. So yeah, and I took a couple pictures just to make sure I didn't forget where anything went. I mean, I pretty much know this go-kart inside and out, but hey, you never know. So I'd hate to screw something up after I have it painted. Okay, so all I've done for like the past 2 hours is strengthen the bottom of this frame here. Once I took everything off, I realized how badly warped this bottom red plate really was. So what I've done, I've added a piece here and this piece up here. Now I'm not done yet, but I'm going to put supporting pieces that'll run from the main frame rail to these outside frame rails. Because what's happening is all the gravity from the engine coming up this way, because everything's upside down, it pushes this way on this outside tubing piece here, and it's not very sturdy. So right along in here, all that metal is getting bent pretty badly, and same on the other side. So hopefully this will help keep the frame straight. I had to use big clamps like this to kind of help straighten everything out and get a hammer and beat on it a little bit. So no painting for today apparently. Just doing some framework. So yep, I haven't seen the go-kart this tore apart in a very long time. Okay, so just as a quick update, everybody, as you can see all the new dark spots in the paint there, I've done a lot of welding underneath, and I'll show you what I've got done there. I mean, before I painted it, I wanted to make sure, like a couple places like in here and here, and the space over there. What I've just done here is I put the piece of rod, I still got to cut it off here, but I've welded it around this top piece of metal here because it was getting loose. So wanted to reinforce that. So I just wanted to reinforce what all I could before I painted it, you know, so it didn't mess up. I didn't want to grind the paint down and have to go do all that over again. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, here's a quick shot of what I got done under the bottom. The only original piece is this piece that goes right along here. These 4 posts were added on, as well as this supporting piece and the one over here. So I just welded the crap out of everything with a big stick welder because it was bending pretty bad. So hopefully these little fixes here and there will prevent this from bending anymore. As well, I welded a big bead along the top here. Alright, for the next step I'm going to be doing some sanding. Alright, next up I got some lacquer thinner here, and I'm removing the paint from the chassis where the engine is. So all I did was I scratched the surface up a little bit, and then I just got a brush and brushed on some lacquer thinner, and it's been 10 minutes and this stuff's pretty much just peeling right off. So that'll save a couple sanding pads for sure. Okay, so I got all the paint off with the paint thinner, and then I started to sand it a little bit with that air sander, and started working on the front a little bit here. But I'm about done for today. I gotta get ready to go, so I don't know if I'm gonna make this into a video or keep going on. So thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for next time. Alright, enough messing around. I'm tired of using this thing. Doesn't get the job done. So what I'm gonna do, got the big grinder over here. I got this nice big beefy wire wheel attachment for it. So hopefully this should fix it up in about 0.2 seconds. So I think I owe everybody an apology for not having a video for so long. I do apologize. The Easter holiday has come and gone. It took up a good bit of my time, but good news now. I've been doing a lot of fine-tuning work on my frame. So basically, as a recap, I have strengthened the back plate. I've sanded down the entire frame, and as you can see right now, I have it on a nice big rotisserie thing, if you want, and I'm going to start painting it. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. Okay, so I got coat number 1 on. If we take a closer look, it's obviously splotchy and kind of bare, but that's okay because you're supposed to take your time, and I'll probably end up doing 3 coats. So the directions on the can say to wait for about 15 minutes and go for coat number 2, so I think that's what I'm going to go do. Okay, here is the aftermath of coat number 2. It's looking pretty black. Who would have thought? But no, the coherency and consistency is much better this time. And I think you can see the reflection of my feet. That's pretty cool. Up here is a little messy, but I think it'll work just fine. So I don't know if I'm going to do 3 coats. I think 2 looks pretty good, so I might just call it quits there. As you can see, I did not paint the steering wheel. I will be painting it a different color, and you'll have to stay tuned for that. Well, I wasn't going to show you this till next video, but I guess I'll give you guys a little spoiler. Here is the color I'm painting the engine. It's nice gold. And actually, this paint turned out pretty nice. I used this Krylon. It's a dual. It's the paint and the primer all in one. I got it at Walmart. I was kind of surprised at how well it worked. I'm not really much of a painting guy, as I said before, but this turned out pretty nice. So I also painted the starter down there. So this is going to be the complementary color to the go-kart. So it's black and gold. This is the color I'm also going to paint the steering wheel. I'm also going to paint the seat this gold color as well. So I apologize for having the videos being so far and few in between recently. I spend hours sanding and prepping everything before I paint it. So that's why it's been taking forever to get a video up. So yeah, I'm in the home stretch now, so I appreciate all my viewers and subscribers, and keep liking and commenting and all that good stuff. So alright, catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.